Student life in Leeds. Something I really enjoy about living in Leeds is probably being around uh, people of a similar age. It's very inspiring to have so many successful, different people around you. Like, it's so diverse, and you just think like, oh, it's so nice to be around people who are like-minded. To take yourself from home and just live in a different place. If you've never done that before, some people might have done that and it might not be a big deal to them. But for me, for other people who haven't moved, haven't been anywhere outside of the hometown before, then it's like a really lovely experience to be around different people and to just express yourself in different creative ways that you maybe wouldn't have had the chance to at home. It makes you think in different ways. It inspires you to be around people who are like-minded. It's fun. It's a nice environment to be in. You'll probably learn a lot about yourself, especially because you have to, if you haven't already been independent, you grow up really quick and you're like, oh no, I can't do that tonight because, I have this on or something. Like, I'm not going to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning because I have uni tomorrow. At university, it's very much, if you don't turn up to a class or if you decide just to slack off, kind of no one's going to force you to go to it. It's not like school where you're going to get wrong if you don't show up to a class. The tutors might be a bit like, why aren't you showing up? But they're not going to break their necks to get you to come to a class. So it is, your education is now in your hands, and university is completely what you make it. If you want to get the social side out of university, then get the social side out of it, but maybe not so much that it takes away from the education. Maybe a healthy balance of the two. I found it fairly easy to get a part-time job in Leeds. I know some people really struggled, but I think it depends what you want to go into, really. I found a job in retail because I like waking up early and finishing early. Some people prefer waking up later and finishing later. All depends. If you do prefer an earlier start, retail's really nice for that. Coffee shops are really nice for that. Or little cafes or something. If you want to sort of start later on, maybe a takeaway, or maybe working as like a waitress or a waiter or whatever. Freshers Week is really good for socialising. If you want to sort of like meet new people, Freshers Week's usually the time to do that. Either the accommodation will hold some sort of mixer, or even, I know the university centre held a few mixers for us. It was more of a networking sort of opportunity, but you still make friends when you're networking anywhere, so it does work. I think we had a pizza night, which was nice. But even just going out to, if clubs isn't really what you enjoy doing, then I would say pizza nights and student accommodation, little mixers and things like that are nice too. Or even if you do meet a few people from your course, maybe just go to a pub or like a little student union bar or something like that and watch football or just something like that. But if you do enjoy clubbing, there is so many places to go around Leeds. It's brilliant for going for a night out, and you do meet so many people. Okay, so I'm going to talk about budgeting a little bit. The way that I used to do it was figure out how much I get paid in a month, and then obviously divide that by 4, because there's 4 weeks in a month. Figure out how much you want to put in your savings So that goes in your savings, forget about that. And then the rest of it, what's left over, that's divided by 4. And then you decide how much you want to spend that week. So let's say you've got £50 a week. You need to take out of that straight away how much it is to get to work. So that might be petrol or Uber or bus fare. How much money that you're going to spend on food that week. So let's say like 20 quid. And then maybe there's like 20 quid on food, £15 on like getting to work, because it can be so expensive sometimes, like the bus fare and the Ubers. So £10-15. So say there's like 35 already just on food and transport. Whatever's left goes on socialising. So that may be like getting a few drinks with friends, or maybe if you want to buy some clothes or something like that. That is basically how I did my budgeting. For first year, I can't really speak on where people go to relax, because in first year I just worked all the time and I didn't really relax. But now in second year, if it's a sunny, gorgeous day, everybody loves to go to Hyde Park, and it's really nice. You sit on the grass and you just chat with your friends or have a drink. It's really lovely. Nice places to try and explore in Leeds. One of the first tasks that the university centre set us was go to the art gallery and find a piece of art to inspire some makeup. And me and a couple of my friends did that, and that was so lovely. We went to the art gallery and we looked around, and it was like just a nice little outing to have. Also, if you go into Leeds City Centre, have a look around Trinity. They have the kitchens upstairs, and they have the best food there, which is really nice to go with your mates. You could do a little bit of shopping in the city centre and then maybe go and have some food. If you go a little bit further outside of Leeds, there's White Rose, which is like a big indoor shopping centre, which is probably like a 12-minute drive. I don't know about anybody else's socialising, but a lot of my socialising revolves around getting food or getting something to drink. But in Leeds, there are so many places to eat or drink. There are so many lovely restaurants to go. There's even the theatre. I think it's called The Grand. I went to the theatre when my mum came to visit me last year. And that was we saw Cabaret, and that was really fun. So I'm not really into coffee, so I can't recommend a huge amount of coffee shops. But there was this really lovely one that my friend took me to called 200 Degrees. It's really nice because in any and all coffee shops, even if you just went to Costa or Starbucks, which there's probably like at least 10 in Leeds, you can go and you can study and you can do a little bit of work, which is nice. There's also a coffee shop called Archive, which is really close to Marsden House accommodation and the Foundry, and I'm not sure what the other one's called, but it's in that area, and it's like Kirkstall Road. There's like a bunch of studios, and there's like this little coffee shop called Archive, which is really nice. It's affordable as well, like, and they do amazing breakfasts. Get yourself a student card for all them student discounts. Uni days, I'm pretty sure Uni days is like quite a popular one for student discounts. Usually the shops, I know New Look and different places, sometimes they just have like a 10% student discount if you show your student card. I know Boots definitely do that, and a couple other places. Sometimes they have actual like a week of promoting student discount, which is usually Freshers Week. I think Freshers Week is really when you can get the best student discounts. And also, when you go to your accommodation, I know my accommodation did this, I'm not speaking for all accommodation, but Marsden House, they made this little goodie bag for us when we first moved in, and it had loads of discount codes in there.